Hello, my friends. Jacob is here once again. Thumbs up for press and play for spending some time with me during all these crazy times. And they're just gonna get crazier. I apologize for coming to you at the virtual set, I know some of you don't like it, but sometimes I have to. I can't always, I gotta do it. It's easier for me. I got a lot on my plate, people. That being said, I didn't know that I was gonna have a show this fast. You can thank the Dan for this one, because this morning while we were having coffee, she was the one that found this interesting bit of information. And oh my goodness, is it coincidental? If you know anything about me, you know that I look for the spiritual in pretty much everything, because that's really the only thing that matters. And I got some good news for you at the end of the show. You're going to want to stick around for that. It's almost miraculous. You're going to love it. So I hope you buckled up, people, because the things I got to share right now, there's no way that this isn't part of some bigger plan. The virus of the crown. Oh gosh, aren't you tired of it? Aren't you tired of your teenagers saying, I don't know if I'm gonna make this. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I can handle it another week. Being home at the house, we're having fun. We're all enjoying each other. I've seen people on my block that work like 7 days a week. One of my neighbors owns a nail salon 7 days a week, and their daughter, who goes to school with my son Ethan, they're on the bus together. So sweet, so awesome. She's awesome. Her name's Yen, and she's always at the salon, and we always feel bad for her, right? I saw them riding their bikes together. Mom's riding the bike. They've been outside playing like all week. We've been playing 3-on-3 basketball. That's right. The Dan, and me, and the 4 kids. We have enough for a basketball team, so we're lucky. That's why, having 4 kids is a good thing. But I know that's not why you're here. You want to hear about all the crazy coincidence, all the amazing spiritual significance of the fact that a fruit bat is going to be minted on the U.S. coin. That's right. On the quarter, no more eagle, they chose a bat. A bat. The virus of the crown carrying bat. That's, in January, there was an article about this. Dan told me, she says, oh my goodness, I don't understand. It's just too weird. It's too weird. Why would they put a bat on a coin? First of all, a bat's yucky. It's yucky, okay? And the symbolism and the spiritual significance of it, not that great. I'm going to get into it in a second. But the fact that the virus, the biggest thing, the plague on humanity, which they are blaming on a fruit bat. They decided to put it on a coin this year. Yeah, went into circulation, guess when? Right around the time the virus of the crown came out. That's some crazy coincidence, don't you think? I know you're all thinking, you're probably thinking, no, Jacob, that's kooky. They wouldn't do that. Why would they do that? Right? The United States Mint has released the final designs for America the Beautiful Quarters program. The design of the quarter is being used to raise awareness to the threatened status of the Samoan fruit bats due to habitat loss and commercial hunting. It is one of the most remote parks in the U.S. National Park System. The U.S. Mint says the America Beautiful program started in 2010. So they're gonna mint the coin. So the quarter is gonna be, so this year is gonna be known as the bat coin. The virus of the crown coin, they should call it. I mean, let's be real. That's besides the point. Let's forget about the fact that it's such a spooky animal, right? And it carries more diseases than anything else. And it can't see. It can't see, it's blind. Okay? Symbolism, the spiritual symbolism of this. It's blind. It's a predator, right? It hunts at night. It can't see. In Leviticus, and I think Deuteronomy, it says very clearly, look, bats, they're unclean animals. They're unclean.
Unclean.
It's a terrible, terrible allegory. It can't even see. I've had dreams of bats, and I go to dream moods, and if you look it up, what does it say online?
To see a bat in your dream symbolizes uncleanness, demons, and annoyances.
It's not a good sign. And then all this news came out about the virus of the crown coming from the bat, and they're minting it on a coin. Just, come on, people. At what point do you say, the writing's on the wall? You know, meeny, tekel, you Parshin? Look it up. Look it up. So of course I have to. I gotta look it up. I gotta, so I gotta see what the bat is in Scripture. Because I remember it was an unclean animal. Unclean meaning it's not good. That's why you don't want to become one with it. When you eat something, right, it becomes you. I'm just saying, you eat an apple, the apple becomes you. So you know me. I immediately start researching bats. Everything I can learn about bats. And as I said, the symbolism is, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It would be like the opposite of truth would be a bat. It's like promising people you could see, but you got to use night vision goggles. You can never see by the true light. It brought me to Isaiah 2, the mountain of the Lord. Let me just open this up for you. In the last days, does that got your attention? Right? How cool is that? We're talking bats, and the only other mention of bats is in Isaiah 2. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established. It's pretty good. It's the day we're in. Right now, the truth is being established in your hearts and your minds and your souls, and you're seeking God. And people are praying. I see people I went to high school with posting prayers, and I'm going, high five! In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as the highest of the mountains, meaning that it will be pretty important to people. It'll be exalted above the hills, and all nations will stream to it. Many people will come and say, "Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the temple of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, so that we may walk in his paths." The law will go out from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He will judge between the nations and will settle disputes from many people. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train war anymore. Come, descendants of Jacob, let us walk into the light of the Lord. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? No more war. And a lot of people are worried about that, right? The sirens going off the other day. Marfugel, Adam over at Marfugel News, he was quick to post about that. These sirens going off, and the Russians, they were creating a little bit of a stir. Chapter goes on and says, people, they turned to idolatry. They became cruel. They became wicked. And it didn't really matter to them that they saw things going. But, they did. They went to their little dumbs, their little, deep underground mansions, their little military bases. And they tried to hide. They tried to hide from the judgment of the Lord. That's how it ended up. That's how it ends up. Listen, the arrogance of man, but this is what God says while they're doing that. The arrogance of man will be brought low. Human pride will be humbled. That's what has to happen, right? We got to be egoless. We got to be kind. We got to be compassionate. We got to forgive. We got to stop thinking that we know it all and that we're better than everybody else. We got to start to lift people up instead of tearing them down. And in the last day, your pride and your ego is going to be humbled. The Lord alone will be exalted in that day, and the idols, those false beliefs, those things that you put your faith in, those things that you thought were more important than being kind, than loving others, are going to totally disappear. No more false gods, no more nonsense, no more fake religion, no more Illuminati worship, none of that crazy stuff. The Lord is here. And in that day, people will flee to the caves and the rocks and to the holes in the ground from the fearful presence of the Lord and the splendor of his majesty when he rises to shake the earth. Because you all fell asleep. We all fell asleep. So you gotta get, when you, like I said, this is like it's like a movie or a dream, right? When you gotta wake up, the dream gets a little more spooky. It becomes a little bit of a nightmare. It's gotta shake you to the core. You know what else it says is gonna happen in that day? People are gonna take their idols, they're gonna take their false beliefs, and they're gonna throw them to the bats and the moles. To the bats and the moles, it's like that's where the virus of the crown comes from. Crazy. Now going to be on the U.S. coin. The idols that they worship, the silver and gold, they're going to throw it to the bats and the moles, and they're going to hide themselves into the deepest cavernous rocks. And then the last line pretty much is like the best advice ever. It says, stop trusting in mankind. Stop trusting in the people that are walking around right now telling you what to do, what to think. Start putting your faith in more. Wake up. Put your trust in mankind, these meatballs. Hey, put your trust in like Glenn Beck. Yeah, he was out telling everybody, it's unpatriotic if you want to not die. Go out and, you could be basically the patriotic call for people to sacrifice their lives and to die. And because as if they have no value. And he's trying to make it look like it's unpatriotic. I mean, don't trust in people like that, please. Because I'm going to be 50. I'm going to be 50. I don't want to die. Oh my goodness, I have so much more to do till I'm 50. Such a patriot, that Glenn Beck. He says, I'm in the danger zone. I'm right there at the age. I'm 56 in Italy. They're saying if you're sick and you're 60, don't even come in. Beck noted. So I'm in the danger zone. And, I got to tell you something. We forget sometimes people are losing their lives. This is like a real thing. We have people that we know. We're in New York, so we're hearing about people getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Danielle, poor thing, she's reaching out to her students. Her one of the parents, their whole family is like suffering terribly. It's not what you think. For those people that are saying, this is this and this is that. I get it. Maybe there's some bigger plan. That's probably why they put the bat in the coin. But I think God's going to use this and work it to our good. I'm telling you, it's all coming together. But Glenn Beck says, I'd rather have my children stay home and all of us who are over 50 go in and keep this economy going and working. Even if we all get sick, I'd rather die than kill the country. So in other words, if you stay home with your family, you're killing the country. That's what you're doing. You should put your life in risk. I don't know if you know, Glenn, this thing's like super contagious. So they get it, then their family gets it too. Okay, meatball? Stop putting your trust, as Isaiah 2 says, in mere mortals. They're meatheads, most of them. Most of them are meatheads. Let me tell you something. You got like a handful of people. You got like 20 people. They have half of the wealth of the world. Nobody needs to go to work, okay? We could take a time out. We could take a pause. You got some... Gates, you want to help, Gates? All right, why don't you just give everybody like a percentage of your money? You know, what about you, Jeff Bezos, Mr. I don't pay tax because of boop, 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 right? Why don't you give some money out to the people? I mean, you know, I'm not saying you have to do it, right? I'm not saying you have to do it, but really, honestly, what is money? It's not even real. Okay, how about this? I got a great idea for the governments around the world. Why don't you do what they did, I think it was in Iceland, where they just basically released everybody from debt. Just get rid of the debt. You have a mortgage, boom, you're free. You got credit card debt, boom, you're free. Come on, people. I mean, really, it's make-believe. It's make-believe. And now we're going to have make-believe digital money next. You know, you look at everything and it's like it's enough already. A lot of people are very, very stressed. So I want to offer you some encouragement. This is going to come to an end, and it's not going to be too long. It's going to almost seem like a miracle. I'm going to tell you that because other people are telling us that. That's right. Donald Trump told us that. I've been doing a ton of praying. I'm like, okay, Lord, let's bring it to an end. Let's get on to the next thing. Okay, maybe they'll learn their lesson, Lord. Maybe they'll learn their lesson. Maybe there's some out there that are listening right now that they've turned their hearts around, man. Maybe this is the moment we've been waiting for. We can turn the world around. I'm hoping. I want it to end. I'm like, so Lord, I want it to end, okay? Because I'm tired of being scared. I'm tired of you being scared. And I'm tired of people being so stressed and so overwhelmed. And I'm tired of hearing people that are dying. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about restoration. I want to hear about love. I want to hear about relationships blooming and growing. I don't want to hear about distancing. Denise, she's a big family member here. Denise put out this awesome tweet. She's like, why is it called social distancing? We're not distancing ourselves socially. It's probably done on purpose, right? Because we're just gotta physically keep our distance. But socially, here we are. We're all here. We're all commenting, right? So I can like it and we're sharing the videos, right? We're getting people involved and we're moving the channel along. Gonna jump on the Jacob train. Hey, woo! Physically distant does not mean socially distant. Right on, Denise, love you. But it has to come to an end. And I know that this is all, maybe this is part of the plan, right? Maybe that's why Trump was never worried about getting the test. Maybe he's like, I'm not going to get it. Don't worry. I got a sneaking suspicion, he said, that this is all going to be over miraculously. Just one day it's not going to be an issue. So I'm like, okay, Lord, okay, I'll take that. Even if it is some deep, dark, terrible plan, I'd take that because I want people to know that they don't got to worry about this or they got to worry about this. So many people are worried right now that they're gonna get a tracking device because Gates in the tracking, right? I mean, look, I maybe me too. I'm just saying. So wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it be better if some treatment came out, Lord? Right? Wouldn't that be better, Lord? Just comes out and all of a sudden, boom, wham, and then nobody's got to worry about all this stuff, and then we can all kind of go back to some normalcy. Get together again, have dinner together again, So, I mean, I don't really do much, be honest. We're pretty much at the house all the time anyway. But it'd be nice to go to the gym again. I mean, I joke around and I make light of things. I mean, I know this is a serious thing. And it is. It is weighing heavily on me. And I got to tell you, in my private time, I'm spending a lot of time in prayerful thought and loud prayer and more. And I really feel encouraged, and I really want to tell all of you that there is a light at the end of this tunnel, but you need now to go to that mountain. Go to that mountain, right? The temple on top of the mountain, the God of Jacob that Isaiah was to. Go to the mighty one of Jacob. Go to God, say, teach me the truth no matter what the cost. Ask for the truth. I promise you, if you do, God will answer. It's time to turn around. It's time to leave all the nonsense behind. It's time to forgive and to put fights to an end. It's time to enter into God's rest. And so being bold, I tell my family a couple of nights ago, I say, that's it. I think that there's going to be some kind of a cure. I think we're going to start hearing about it in the news. I think so. We have to basically just kind of hang in there and follow the rules. Follow the rules, okay? I want to stress this. Jesus, he taught this too. So if you got a lot of people that are talking about Christ and talking about Yahshua, and they're telling you that, you should follow the rules. You should follow the rules, right? You could be in the world and not of the world. That's the point. If the rules say that you can't get together with 10 people, don't get together with 10 people. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm saying those are the rules. When you play a game, if you want to win the game, you got to follow the rules. And I know there are going to be some people in the comment section saying, oh, no, we have to do this, we have to do that. I'm telling you, I have faith that things are changing. I have faith that violence is not necessary. I have faith that God is going to take this and use it for our good. Now, I know a lot of the things that I share, they can seem quite stressful. And this point of the bat being on the coin, maybe it wasn't like the sinister powers getting together like, yes, we will also put the bat on the coin and we will memorialize this. No, maybe that's not what's going on. Maybe, once again, all of these things are happening to show you that God is in control every single step of the way. So, let's start praying for a cure. Okay, let's start believing for a cure. Let's see God move, and let's bring many people to the mountain of the Lord. And bring them to my channel too. Will you? Will you tell them about the channel? Will you share? Will you share? Will you like? Will you comment? Will you please, all of you, will you share the channel around and help this channel to grow? Oh, good grief. It would mean the world to me. I love each and every one of you. I hope you do share, subscribe, tell your friends, like, comment, do all that stuff. Stay away from them freaky bats and don't eat them. Don't eat them. I love each and every one of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Jacob Israel. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this channel around. If these shows have helped you, help Jacob to reach more any way you can, and have the best day ever.